The theft among children is gaining more attention, especially after North Carolina reported a major PowerSchool data breach earlier this year. PowerSchool is a platform used by thousands of schools across the country that holds official student and staff information.
Yeah, and this isn't something new. Reports show identity theft remains above pre-pandemic levels, and scams, they're getting more sophisticated.
And for adults, these types of incidents are good reminders to check your credit reports, your banking information, and maybe social media even. But what about children?
Yeah, that kind of identity theft can go under the radar, and it can do so for years.
And that's why tonight we're on your side with 3 things to know about protecting kids from identity theft. Now, thing number 1, does this happen often? That's the big question. Higher age groups had more reports filed compared to children, but it's still happening. The Federal Trade Commission broke down identity theft reports from last year by age. Now, take a look at this. There were more than 21,000 reports among children under the age of 19. The only age category with lower numbers are people over the age of 80. Now, when we take a look at what types of identity thefts are happening the most among children, it's employment or tax-related thefts. The other top theft categories, government documents or benefits, and credit card. So identity thefts among children may not be the most common, but they're still happening.
So thing 2 here, why do scammers target children? Well, the Identity Theft Resource Center says it's pretty simple. Kids don't guard their information as closely as adults. Many children may not know how to even access things like bank accounts or their social security numbers. The reason identity theft against children then goes under the radar for so long is because, well, children just don't make regular transactions like us adults.
One of the reasons that children's identities are so appealing to the bad actors is because kids don't engage in the world the same way adults do.
And finally, thing number 3, how do you protect children from data breaches? There's no foolproof way of stopping these incidents, but there are steps you can take. The Federal Trade Commission says you should look into parental controls for your child's cell phones. You can set restrictions on app downloads and in-app purchases, plus privacy and security settings. You can also request a credit freeze for children under 16, which makes it harder for someone to open new accounts in their name. Now, this can't be completed fully online, but the extra work goes a long way.
No doubt. Coming up next, we have tonight's cover story.